First I plotted, then I got it, couldn't wait long. I put the pedal to the metal, then took the brakes off. And I kept it A1 like the steak sauce. My paychecks used to be a pair of Jordans, and I know I can't afford them, but I went ahead and bought them. Then I quit, started spent my money on recording. Yeah, the studio was small, but man, that made me a fortune. Made me a fortune.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Come on.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. But he's got it.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys at the cornerback position.
Now it's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Looking deep for Gabriel. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense not getting out of their lanes.
And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers making their way out. As we look back to last year, I don't know that anybody foresaw how things would play out. Heavy favorites in the NFC North, but the injury to Aaron Rodgers that cost him more than half the season, ultimately too much to overcome.
And when you think about how Green Bay has played over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of sameness to them, and that's been good. Continuity, offense, defense, coaching staff. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Green Bay, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You'll see a severe shakeup there. But the best thing for them, Aaron Rodgers, still in a Green Bay uniform. 16 games from Aaron Rodgers always makes Green Bay a contender for a Super Bowl crown.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now it's Rodgers, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer 1st down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
All right, let's go. Come on. Jump out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Lock in. Gotta go.
On first down, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mike Daniels able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark in there to get him for his second sack of the night. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
To throw is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Rodgers will try again on second down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Zoom.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And incomplete here on third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement, but when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach and seems to be bringing a new optimism with it.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach, but a second-year quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. But this is the city of broad shoulders, and I think that he has them, and he's looking forward to working with this new crew. And similar to teams that really elevated with coaching changes, the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams last year, I think that can happen here in Chicago as well because of the structure they'll put in place for this quarterback. Head coach who knows quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, they will really work with this guy, and I think that this team has a chance to roll.
Lock in. Hurry.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kenny Clark in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Gotta go, gotta go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He hits White, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Trubisky finding White on a big play. 41 yards. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Lock in, lock in. Come on, come on.
They'll run it now out of the guns. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They go with Howard again. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first.
Come on, come on. Lock in, lock in.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. It's his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Hurry, hurry. Lock in, lock in.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, run the ball after it. Lock in, lock in. Hurry, hurry.
Again, it's Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So offensively on this drive, 2 of 2 on 3rd downs, and now they face a 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They pitch out to Howard, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Lock in, lock in. Come on, come on. We got 3, we got 3.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Trubisky to throw, and that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got some breathing room. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Get reset. Hey, easy. Jump out. 319. Hurry up. 319.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
This is brought in at the 21. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers Rodgers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Crosby on now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Trubisky will throw, staying on his feet. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Hey, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Rodgers to throw once more. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Howard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry!
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down. Trubisky now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Trubisky over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky rolling to his right. His throw incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Trubisky. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Hey, gotta go.
On 2nd down, Trubisky got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Burton, his first touchdown in a Bears uniform. And the Bears are in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Trevor Davis now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 34. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
18. Lock in.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. On the move to his left. They find some open field here. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Now it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. Looking deep for Gabriel. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Escapes the sack. Flushed out right. Lets it flip. Oh, wide open. Complete. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Crosby on now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Gotta go.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel, 41 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hurry up.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jonathan Bullard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
319. Jump out.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Pout! And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Macklin, the man he was looking for. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be simple.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Mike Daniels in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Hey, gotta go.
Now Trubisky being chased out left. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that. But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
This is Howard on second down. And down inside the 15 he goes. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Lock in.
On the toss play, Howard. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Lock in. Come on. Mike's 50. Red, up. Lock in.
Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Lock in. Hey, gotta go. Hey.
They'll try to run forward with Howard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. There they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Lock in. Come on.
They toss left to Howard. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now parking for the extra point. And it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there was a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
And now the Packers get set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee, Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Lock in. Come on, gotta go.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gotta go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bears, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.